So what's up, Chosen? We're gonna be starting here soon. Thanks for being here, guys. This is Cloakin. You'll see me soon. I see you, Rice San. I see you, Thundercats. Thunder O-Cats. We're streaming across YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. So wherever you want to be, you can find us there. Yeah, and if you're looking for the game, GeoBeta, it's in the Play Store. GeoBeta regions, Indonesia, Hong Kong, Canada, Singapore, and the Philippines. Otherwise, if you're in the Secret Service, you'll be able to play with us today as well. Hang tight, we'll start soon. I see you, JB, hanging out Facebook. Thank you for your prayers. All right. It's almost time, guys. Thank you for being here. 30 seconds. I feel the hype. I feel it. What's up, team? This is Cloakin. Thank you for joining us here for this Geo Beta launch live stream for Catalyst Black. My name is Kevin, or people call me Cloakin, and of course, this is Super Evil Megacorp, and we really appreciate you being here. We just wanted to spend some time with you guys. Thank you for joining us. We are live in Geo Beta now. Geo Beta for us consists of the game being available on iOS and Android app stores in Philippines, Hong Kong, Canada, Singapore, and Indonesia. So if you live in those regions, you should be able to find Catalyst Black in your app store, download it, and join us. We'd love to play with you, even today or whenever. So also, Secret Service, those of you who are out there and watching, you can join us as well. We'll all be playing together in the same pool, so please do join. And yeah, we're going to be answering questions. We're going to be giving away codes for the Secret Service. If you'd like to join early access for Catalyst Black and you aren't in our Geo Beta regions, this will be the opportunity to do it. Every break, maybe even right here at the start, we'll give away a bunch of codes that will allow you to join through our Discord and jump into playing. We are still in a beta state. There's a lot that we're improving. There's a lot that we've already been working on for our next big update that we can't wait to push out as well. But we appreciate all the feedback. Those of you who've been on our Discord, giving us your thoughts, helping us improve the game, it's meant a ton. We're getting there slowly but surely. And yeah, this is a big part of that as well. So let me take a look at the chat here. Who do we got? I want to say hi to some folks. I see the great Brah. Yeah, dude, my hair is messed up. I have yet to get a haircut since all this COVID stuff, guys. I probably should figure out how to make that happen. Let's see. Who else? Francisco, see you, my friend. Rainer Adorbo, nice. Welcome. We're streaming on all three platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. So whatever you prefer, please do join us in your preferred locale. Yeah, self-haircut, Sean. I appreciate it. Yeah, I should just get it done. I don't know that my hair's ever been this long in my entire life, actually. So pretty cool. All right, so where are we, guys? Geo Beta, let's take a look at the game. This is it, home base. Catalyst Black, if you are new to the game, is what we're calling a battleground shooter. So essentially, it's kind of like your opportunity to build your own MOBA hero in a skill-based gameplay experience, team versus team. So your character is built of a loadout. I'm going to just sort of walk you through this stuff from a high level, and then we'll jump into some games. Your loadout consists of, on the left side, your Primal loadout, which consists of a mask, a power, and a relic. And then on the right side, your human loadout, which are your primary and heavy weapon, as well as an ability and a trinket. Your trinket is your passive for the human side, and your relic is your passive for the Primal side. So if we dig in a little bit deeper, there are masks. This determines what Primal you have the ability to transform into, which is sort of like your ult or your big power spike in the game. Of course, all of the masks have a variety of powers that you can select, and these powers can be a variety of things. Obviously, this account is pretty young, so there's not a lot. I don't have a lot in my inventory at the moment. So, because I'm just joining you guys where you are. Relic, this is the passive, like I mentioned, for your Primal form. And then primary weapons, these are the weapons that are sort of your go-to, all-round usability tools. Easy automatic reload. You don't need to worry about your ammo. The gun will reload after a short cooldown if you expend the clip. And then your heavy weapon requires you to pick up ammo from the environment. Or if you have perks through your traits, these mods that you see on the right side, they can affect your ammo and your damage and things like that as well. Your abilities, these are your activatable abilities, the ones that you have to actually put your, press at the right time, activate, and then your trinket. This represents your passive. So your entire loadout kind of consists of all those things, and that's what you're going to bring into your game. Some of these tools are really offensive, some are super defensive, some are support based. Even the primals themselves can be built in a variety of ways as well. One of the coolest things about Catalyst Black, or one of the things that we wanted to solve, given our time on Vainglory, is the opportunity to drop in immediately into a game. So there's no need to essentially wait in some big queue. You can just drop into a game no matter when you want. Drop in with your friend wherever they are. I noticed the music in the game is not currently playing, so I'm trying to solve that for us. Make sure we can hear it. Yeah, that's not going to be good. Let's see what's going on here. Maybe I just can't hear it. One sec while I check this. Audio settings. Line in. Yeah. Okay. Try one thing. Shit was working earlier. I got an idea. There we go. You guys hear that? Chat, you hear the in-game music a little bit? Turn it up just a tad. All right. I'm hearing it, which is a good sign. You guys probably need to propagate a couple seconds. All right. Let's jump into a game. I got my friend Isorot. He's in a game right here. Capture the flag. You can see it in the friends list. So I'm just going to join him. Let's see what happens. And so drop in, drop out. Like we said, one of the problems with, I think, skill-based games oftentimes is the need to sort of sit in a queue. And if you want to play quickly or just jump into a quick match, sitting in that queue might just sort of steal your entire time. So with drop in, drop out, you can just jump in and play with the friends that you have, no matter where they are or what they're doing, which is super rad. As you saw, that was just like from the moment of pressing the drop in button to playing, very short time frame. So super cool. We've added a bunch of cool new NPCs in the game. So if you want to get your PvE on and increase or lower the cooldown of your Primal ability, which is, you can see it there in the top right of the UI on the right. I have 220 seconds on the cooldown of my Primal, but if I farm up on these guys, I can lower that and get that power spike quicker, which is cool. It also, as you can see on the bottom, this is a recent addition with 0.5, we've added a score system. So to incentivize objective play, so we have a variety of modes in this game. And we wanted to reward people who like to focus on objectives and not just on kills as well. So as you can see, as I'm killing out these guys, I'm getting 3 points for each. Not a big score. We definitely give you a higher score for more objective-based decisions, but at least it's something, right? So you're getting rewarded for your time. And that score dictates the XP you get at the end of your play session, whether that's at the end of a match or end of a match, or if you just had to go, like say you had to drop out, something happened, we're still going to reward you for the time that you play. You'll gain experience, all that stuff. So, all right, I should probably pay attention to the actual objective. I'm up here shooting monsters. Wah! All right, so my Primal is off cooldown. I'm gonna go find some fools. No, I don't mean that in a mean way. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're gonna get some kills here. Oh, Joel, getting you back for this morning, dude. Oh, man, Joel was smashing me earlier. I have a feeling you guys are playing easy on me. Look at this, you guys. That shouldn't have happened. I know you're trolling me, dudes. We got some savages in this game. Well, thank you for the kill. We're still losing the objective, as you can see. Scoreboard in the top. 0-3, blue team. Come on, blue team. I gotta go defend. I'm a better defender, I think. Decided that. Let me know if the mix is should be less music, more game stats. All right, we got two primals up here. That's Torden, the dude with the big hammer, and then Isorot. This dude's one of our streamers. We see him on Twitch all the time, rocking the Isia, damage dealing, glass cannon kind of primal, putting on the show. It's like a parade. The parade of the primals here. Yeah, moops. See you later, Brian. Dude. Brian's one of our modelers. He does all the characters. Good to see you in the game, my friend. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat very well right now. All right, so Isia, she got this AoE. See how, if I, oh, I was trying to show it off. The AoE, if you stand in it, it's going to jack you up. And she also becomes invulnerable. Now, what other cool things that go on in these matches, which is pretty rad, are these PvE monsters. So this guy, the Dreadnought, it's kind of like this bigger boss that, oh, I died. A bigger boss that spawns in the middle of the map, and it gives you an opportunity for a huge team-wide buff. So if you take the Dreadnought down, which we're getting close to doing, you will receive a huge team-wide buff that boosts the damage of your primal abilities, your primal attacks, as well as gives everyone a 0 automatic activatable for their primal. So essentially, it lowers the cooldown to 0. Ooh, Mel, smashing me. So yeah, it's a huge power spike for your team if you take it down. Of course, we're getting kind of spawn cornered here. All right, blue team, we're in a rough joint here. Latest. Oh, why do I always walk into the primals? See, you gotta watch the minimap in this game. This has become one of our big learnings. Minimap is everything. You can see the primal forms in squares. So if you look in the top left there, any activated primals that you have in your vision range, so there is Fog of War in this game, but any activated primals that you have in your vision range will be shown as the large squares. So the small squares are the people, large squares are the primals. So you really kind of want to keep an eye on those things. I was doing a bad job of that earlier because you can round a corner into a Torden Hammer if you're not careful. Oh, Ed. What are you doing, Mel? I had to get you back, but then I died. All right, we lost. We lost. Okay, so scoreboard. This is cool. We've made some changes here. Man, my score is weak, my friends. We now automatically rank the scoreboard by score, so it is that sort of hybrid of what kind of PvE work have you done, what kind of objective-based work have you done, how many kills have you gotten, all those kinds of things compile into your score. So Joel obviously smashed this game. 1,102 points in his score, 20 kills, so that obviously helps him a lot, and a 7-kill streak, which is pretty rad. Score per minute is pretty high as well, so he was probably bouncing objective play, kills, all that kind of stuff to get a really great score. Well done, Joel. Okay, and our reward screen. So as you can see, like I was saying, for the time you put into your match, for the score that you get an increase in XP, and that XP will help you level all of your gear. So whether that's primal powers, passives, primary weapons, heavy weapons, abilities, all those things, we have grown in strength. All right. Ooh, I got some friend requests. Let's go accept some of these. You know, social. Let's be social. On the topic of social, we've gotten some really great feedback from you guys. How do we add more social features? Those are all things that are on our list. We are very passionate about getting that stuff into this game. We really do want this game to sort of feel like a global LAN party, right? You think about LAN parties in the past and the ability to sort of just jump in, have fun, play, communicate. That includes voice chat, all these kinds of things. We love and are intending and hoping to get that work into this game very soon. We are still in this beta state. Anxious for your feedback, all those things. So please do continue to send it in. All right, I'm going to look at chat as well as do a few questions coming in from folks and a giveaway. Let's kick the giveaway off first so that you guys can get into the queue for the giveaway, and then we'll answer some of these questions. So let's see. Let's start with the word Indonesia. If you'd like to be in the raffle for Secret Service code, type Indonesia into the chat, Indonesia, and you will be automatically enrolled into the giveaway for Secret Service key. Those of you that don't know what the Secret Service is for Catalyst Black, this has been our early access program. So huge shout out to all of the agents in the Secret Service currently who've been playing this game, testing this game, giving us feedback. So if you aren't in one of our geo beta countries, but you want to play the game right now, there is a way to do that, and that is through our Secret Service. So this is an opportunity for you to get involved in that program. So type Indonesia into the chat wherever you are, and we will put you into this raffle. And yeah, let's answer some of these questions. How can I join the beta? That question is really great. If you're in one of our Indonesian or our geo beta countries, so that's Philippines, Hong Kong, Canada, Singapore, Indonesia, go to the App Store of your choice, Android, iOS. download the game, and you're in. If you aren't, Secret Service, like I said. What is Geo Beta? That's a really great question. So game launches are pretty intricate and interesting, especially on the mobile side of things. There's a lot to figure out and to test and to grow and to learn about your game and your infrastructure for how you support your game. So Geo Beta for us represents an opportunity to test the game, both the fitness of our back end and front end and all of our systems in a public fashion without having to bring on the entire world. So we're welcoming in a few countries at a time. And we'll eventually, as we grow in our confidence around both the game as a product, the game as a service, all those things will continue to open it up so we can be fit enough to take on the entire planet. So we call that Geo Beta because it isn't the entire, it's regions of the world essentially is where the geo piece comes from. And it's sort of stuck from as an industry term. Why no touch controls? It's a really great question. Dinesh, thank you so much for it. Touch controls, obviously in Vainglory, were a really big deal. And in Catalyst Black, there's so much running and strafing going on that touch controls the way VG had them just isn't a viable option for us. There's so much movement, so much dodging. It's essentially like skill shots all the time kind of thing going on. So it's just not a viable control scheme for us. Love the hair. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Getting all these hair comments. In the leashes, when is the next update? And do you have any plans to implement matchmaking soon? So we do have a matchmaker. Obviously, that's how we put people into matches. But I think what you might be getting at in the Ashes is, are we going to implement skill-based matchmaking? So this is a really great question. There's a lot of sort of nuance to this question, at least in terms of how we're planning to tackle it. Right now, we're really concerned about the new player experience, right? We've got some savages in this game, like we talked about before. People who are really great. They've got a lot of gear and they're really strong, right? So we want to make sure that the new players who are coming in are just automatically facing up against folks who've been playing this game a lot and have really great gear and automatically on a sort of a back foot in terms of their ability to compete. So we're looking at the first time user experience right now really heavily. Like, how do we intro both the game modes? How do we tutorialize those? And how do we make sure that the sort of ramp into this game is smooth for our new players? So that's something we have a heavy focus on. So there is sort of a matchmaking limitation going on in terms of that. We do really like the fact that the drop in, drop out sort of approach to this game allows players of a variety of skill levels to play together at any time. I think that as a sort of foundational starting point for Catalyst Black will always be there because it holds the principles that we want for this game, which is not necessarily extreme segregation based on skill type, but game modes that support people who want to play in a variety of ways. Do you want to do PvE stuff that help your team push towards a victory? Do you want to take out other players? Great. These maps, especially some that are coming in the future, are really large, and there's a lot of diverse opportunity to play the way that you want. So our expectation is you're not necessarily going head-to-head in the way other competitive games would be, but that there's opportunity to sort of work towards a victory on a broader scale of opportunities in a given match or game type. Obviously, some of our game types that capture the flag, especially on smaller maps, you feel that tension a little bit harder, and we're aware of that, and I think that's something that we're going to look at over time is how do we ensure that these games feel fun no matter where you sit on that spectrum. So it'll depend on the game mode type and all of those things, but we're learning a lot, and obviously all your feedback is going to be crucial in the decisions that we make in that regard. Let's see, more questions. Crossplay question mark from Rainer Joshua Marizigan. Crossplay is in the blood of a Super Evil Megacorp. Like, we love the idea of crossplay very, very much. Right now we're focused on mobile. I'm imagining when you say crossplay, you're talking about, hey, when are you going to be out on PC? When are you going to be out on Switch and all these things, and how can we all play together? I think those are things we have ambitions for, but we have a lot to learn and grow in. So we're focusing on the mobile side, making sure that's really, really great. We are able to play this game on other platforms, meaning our PCs and things like that. Like, it's viable. You know, I'm using a controller to play this game right now. People use mouse and keyboard as well in our play tests. Like, that stuff is all viable for us, and there's a pathway for that. It's something we really are excited about, but we have a lot to learn and grow in here on the mobile side, so we'll be focusing on that. All right, I'm probably answering too many questions. Let's take a look at our, they're still pulling, I think we're still pulling winners here, so I should give you some more time on that. All right, a couple more questions. We'll jump into another game. What device am I playing on from Archer? I'm playing on an iPad right now. iPad Pro. It's nice with a controller, like I mentioned before. What's my loadout from Rainer? Let's take a look at that. Right now I'm focusing on the Sunder mask. You can see here. There are a variety of masks. I don't actually have others, though I should, because if you look here at the home screen, there's a 15 wins a week here on the right quest. Actually, you guys can't even see my game here. 15 wins a week here on the right. If you're a new player and you can get 15 wins in a week, you will grab the Isia mask. So you should be able to have Sunder and Isia really early on in your play experience with this game. So definitely jump in and do that. I have gotten to so close to 15 wins in a week. There's a variety of ways that I play this game, and a lot of it is internally and development based. But on live, I've gotten so close to 15 wins multiple weeks in a row, but I still haven't completed this quest. So I gotta grind this out. It's gotta happen. But right now I'm using Sunder, his leap slam ability, like you can see here for his power, and then his relic, Feral Inspiration. Sunder surges with primal power, causing both him and his allies to deal increased damage. And as you can see, these are the mods on the right side that I have equipped. And these mods give you traits. Those traits they come in a variety of qualities or power levels that can influence your build. So the trait grind or the mod grind is sort of that in-game piece where you really want to polish the build the way that you've wanted to focus it down. Are you focused on movement speed? Are you focused on using your heavy weapon and getting a lot of power back? Are you focused on getting your primal cooldown as low as it can be? Do you want your primal to move fast? Like all those kinds of things. Primary weapon, I'm focused on. Actually, I haven't even talked about banners. Banners are another level of depth in this game. So all of our weapons are assigned a banner type. Let's take a look at this. Your banner. Right now, this gun, the Borson, is under the Protector banner. And each banner, it's almost like gear sets in other RPGs that you've seen, right? The more you stack a certain banner in your loadout, the more benefit you get. Protector is based on giving you super high health. And then my other banner is Vanguard, which is basically health on hit. So right now, it's a kind of a tankier build that I have going on here. Protector, Vanguard, balance. If you hear my son in the background, I think he's singing. That's my daughter. She's home from school. So yeah, Protector Vanguard build with shotgun and chain gun. Right now it's kind of run rocket, and then Sunder because that's all I got. All right, we should probably get the winners out here. We got 4 winners from this giveaway for the Secret Service. Silas Diakonos, congratulations, you're an agent in the Secret Service. We will be DMing you or contacting you with the code Vitor01102. Chipman, Alex Vasquez, with lots of Z's. Congratulations, guys. You won the giveaway for the Secret Service agent codes. So stay tuned for more contact about that. And you can input those codes in our Discord, discord.gg/catalystblack to get access to the Secret Service. All right, let's jump into a game. Let's see who's doing what. Actually, maybe we should just start from fresh. Let's do Core Rush. Core Rush is one of our cooler modes. It's got a PvE component. You're going to be hunting down what we call keepers, these PvE monsters that, this is our smaller map too. This is intense. So the goal is to take out the keepers, and then, I don't even have time to kind of breathe here. Ooh. So take down the keepers. You saw that little circle there in my screen, and then obviously claim the core. Each keeper will drop a core, and you will need to recover that core to earn a point. They actually got 3 points actually in that one because it was the alpha keeper. So there are normal keepers that give 1 point. Man, we're getting crunched. Normal keepers 1 point, alpha keeper 3 points. I can't even catch my breath. Red team, you guys are fierce. This game's about to be over. 9-1. So these smaller maps are much more fast and furious, as you can tell. There's much less room. This is essentially our attempt to experiment with smaller teams and heighten sort of the experience on each mode with these maps. So right now I need to try to keep an eye on not getting crushed by mortars. Hailstorm. Hailstorm is the Core Rush weapon of choice because you can essentially just obliterate people who are standing in these capture circles. See, if I push out, then the team can capture. There we go. Call it a comeback! Still alive. Alright, so we're waiting for the next keeper to spawn. Alpha keeper's coming soon. This is a 3-pointer. So we definitely can't let this one slide. Now this is interesting. The question is, do we take it down fast, or do we focus on clearing out the team? On these smaller maps, ultimately there's no real upside, because you're just going to be fighting to the death constantly. I might try to flank here. Oh, that didn't really work. There's very few crystals and sort of reload heavy weapon stuff on these smaller maps, so you really have to kind of keep an eye on your ammo and how you're using it, and put it to good use. Gambit. Okay, so this is a 3-point circle here. I gotta not die. That would be bad. Let me hang out here. You can't see me. Oh, he saw me. Shh, next time I'm gonna try another bush strat. Don't tell anyone. I'm going down this way. Oh, yes. We got it. The Alpha Core. Okay. I'm in secret. Don't tell anyone. Okay. 2 new keepers. 1 point each. Let's do work. I got 60 seconds on my Primal cooldown. Let's see. I don't know why I just jumped. I needed that. Let's get it. Oh, that's Hailstorm. That's Hailstorm. It's a very painful weapon. Just mortar after mortar. Okay. Red team, we gotta stop them. If they get this point, it's over. Get it! Ah. Still, though, that was quite the comeback from 9. 7 to 10. So, those smaller maps, as you can see, they're much more fast and furious. The game modes go down really, really quick. I'm not playing super well because I'm streaming. I'm gonna just call it the stream. But yeah, game modes. Each game mode has a variety of maps that you can play on, which is a big part. Actually, let's just jump right back in to another core rush. Just see if we can get a bigger map going. Those smaller maps are still sort of in a prototype state. By the way, the art is still in progress. Okay, so this is core rush on Azure Plateau. We are in the middle of a game. So we got match made into a game that's sort of early on, 4-3, 4-3. We got the upper hand this time. I need to not die, which I'm just dying all the time. 5-3, got a point. And see, I even got some points for sort of standing in the circle. Oh, what happened? It crashed. No bueno. Let's try again. See if it'll put me back in matchmaker. Beta friends. It's all good. We might be hammering the matchmaker. Oh, crashing. Bomber. Let's try one more time. And look to my friend the quarry. See what's going on. All right. I bet it's trying to put me back in the game. Whatever the issue is. No, thanks. Don't share this crash. Let's try. We got to get back in. I'm looking for a low core to see what's going on. All right. Yes, we're back in. Matchmaker probably had a heart attack from all the queuing going on. You can see everyone else trying to get back in the game. This is good stuff, dudes. We're learning a lot. We're learning a lot from these moments, right? It teaches us what happens when you are merciless to your matchmaker. Does the game stand up? Does it crash? This is what it's all about. Making video games. Okay, we didn't talk about outposts. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm capturing an outpost, and I get a lot of points for doing that. You can see at the bottom, our guardian spawns. This guy's really rad. If you hang out around this dude, he's going to give you a defensive buff. And one of the other benefits for outposts as well is its ability to kind of give you a new spawn location or closer spawn location. And depending on the game type, that's more important than other things. Like it can be more important depending on your mode or map, essentially, at the moment. Right now, it's a good way to get some points, earn some score, and get a defensive buff. The buff doesn't last super long, but it is cool. So yeah, outposts are another kind of cool way to support your strategic play on a given map or mode. Okay, so Primal's up. Primal is up. Primals can be sort of a get out of jail, like get out of death card, which I just kind of had to use there. He did too, but it's no fun to fight other primals. I'm gonna try to go kill people. I want to use my strength, not against you. Oh, okay. Here we go. Isorod! No, that's Woody. Oh, my jump didn't take me anywhere. Okay, so yeah, primals are cool. They basically, we made a recent change to primals, by the way. Those of you who may have caught this game earlier on, you used to have a time duration on your primal cooldown, meaning if you used it, your primal would last a certain amount of time, but it also had a health bar, so it was kind of confusing. You had a duration on it, but it could also be killed. So instead of having both, we recently made a change where your health bar is essentially your time bar. It ticks down over time, but any damage that's dealt to you via other players sort of shortens your duration in your primal form. So it makes much more intuitive sense now, which is like, hey, stand, fight, take this primal down, so that their power spike is essentially ended in a short way. So used to be you just run away and try to survive that way, but now you're actually kind of incentivized to fight or use a banner like Primal Hunter, which gives you bonus damage to people in primal forms. So if you're building a cool team comp, you might have one player stack in Primal Hunter in order to take out primals really quickly, and other people focusing on offense or focusing on bush strategies. There's a lot of traits and perks that give you bonuses if you're coming out of bushes, things like that. So lots of different weapon types as well, and each weapon has its own bonuses. Like for instance, carrying a shotgun gives you a little more health, which is one of the reasons why it works pretty well with... Oh, my jump didn't take me over that. One of the reasons it works really well for tanky builds, because it actually helps augment your health, essentially, a little bit. Movement speed bonuses on some weapons, all those kinds of things. So there's a lot of ways, even in the weapon choice that you have, that you can augment or support your build choices. Sorry if my head's in the clouds. I'm trying not to play horribly, you know what I mean? Trying not to play horribly. You guys. This Hive crew. You guys are good. Not that was me playing well. That was me playing badly. All right. Music. The music is awesome. Music is by Joris Deman. I can never say it right. I'm sorry, Joris. I'm just going to go full American mode. Joris did our music, or Joe. I actually call him Joe sometimes. Joe did our music for Vainglory, and he's back for Catalyst Black. This stuff is awesome. Music is great. I'm flirting with danger there. So yeah, really rad stuff by him. Such a talented man. I want to do one of our Meet the Mastermind videos with Joe, so he can talk a bit more about his music and his career and all that stuff. We'll get that done soon. All right, we gotta win this. Oh, that's no good. That is basically... Did you see how fast my health bar drained? Isia's AoE damage thing is just like a Sunder Destroyer, because you can't damage her. She's actually really good at Core Rush in that sense. When she has that ability activated, you can't damage her. She's completely invulnerable, and she's dealing damage around her. So if you have Sunder, you're kind of like, up a creek, basically. All right. Let's see. Hey, 29 XP this time. A little bit better. And I got a mod. So you can see here, new mod. If you tap on it, these are the bonuses you get for this weapon. So mods only drop, or they should only drop. We've had some bugs with this, but they should only drop for weapons that you have or that you have in your inventory. So they are innately usable by that in that sense. And then they come with 3 traits, usually 2 perks and 1 sort of stat bonus essentially. And there's tons of different traits. Actually, have we ever? You might want to look at the wiki for that. I don't know that we've ever personally released all the information on traits. There's tons of them, but I'm sure the wiki actually has a lot of that. Community wiki, which looks amazing, by the way. All right, other questions. Let me turn back to my document here from the support team who's doing this. What's my favorite game mode to develop? Man, that's a really interesting question. We've had quite a journey with game modes. Our first game mode that we worked on was Core Rush, and it was one that I think initially we were like, oh, that's not the right cue. Initially we were like, is this right? You know, is this right for the game? Is it super intuitive? Does it feel good? And then we quickly moved to other modes like Capture the Flag. And when you have something like that that's sort of easy to wrap your mind around, it's kind of been pretty core to other games. You start to realize, oh yeah, you start to get a sense for the kind of game that you're building, what works well and what doesn't. And interestingly enough, once we did that, it actually made Core Rush start to feel more interesting and strategic. Like we almost had to kind of learn our game through modes that felt familiar, and then try to figure out how to stretch the unique DNA of what is going to make Catalyst Black into new things. And some of that's going to be coming on the future. We've mentioned a new mode that's coming called War Mode, which is a much larger map, longer gameplay time, and a wide variety of sort of events that will occur during a War Mode session. Really kind of a mode built to embrace the idea of drop in, drop out, and the fact that, like, you know, you can jump into this game or this match, this sort of spirit of competition that's going on, and interface in a variety of ways. You could stay for the whole duration, play for a long time, earn a ton of XP, or you could drop in, do a few things, and then drop out as well. And so War Mode's been actually really interesting. It's almost one of those, like I said, as we've learned what makes this game unique and special, how do we stretch it even further and sort of build into that? And I think War Mode is going to be a good opportunity for us to learn about that. Let's see. What else? How does the respawn time system work? Sometimes 10 seconds, sometimes 5 seconds. Man, Fugax, that's actually a really good question that I'm probably not the right person to answer. This is probably a good question answer for someone like Zekin. But it does vary, and I think it varies on a lot of different technical things that I probably shouldn't speak to without having the full insight on. But you're right, it does sometimes vary. I think that has to do a lot with how many players are on the field and how late into the game you are, things like that. But I don't want to speak too much to it because I'll probably say the wrong thing. So what happens between Secret Service and Geo Beta? Is it still going on, or can you install between them to play ahead? So as you guys know, those of you who've been in the Secret Service, again, shout out, you guys are awesome. Thank you for everyone who's been helping us polish this game up and giving all your great feedback. The Secret Service is actually playing on our live servers, right? It's essentially going to transfer into the live game. So as the availability of our beta and then eventually worldwide launch becomes readily accessible in your region via your app stores, you will essentially just be able to download from the app store and play that way. So the Secret Service is truly sort of an early access that is still playing in the same pool of players as those who actually have access to the real game. So yeah, that's it. It will still carry on and be there until worldwide launch. What happens after worldwide launch with the Secret Service? We have some ideas. It may sort of rebirth into this new tool, testing tool for us, but we're still sort of strategizing around that, what exactly Secret Service should look like post worldwide launch. But right now, it's been really helpful for us to get early insight into what works with this game, what isn't working with this game, what can we improve, that kind of thing. So it's been a really great testing community for us. Hey, Klukan, are you reading Twitch comments or YouTube comments? Actually, I have access to all of them. We've been using Restream, which is really cool, and I can see all of them, but I've actually done a really bad job of reading them because I can't. When I'm playing, I can't read them. So I'm looking at a curated list from the team who's been sort of pulling questions from the chat. What can we expect from next patch? What can I say about this? Next patch, 0.6. I'll try not to give too many things away, but like I mentioned earlier in the stream, we've been really focused on that first-time user experience for Catalyst Black. How do we make that feel really great? And so you'll see a lot of work in that regard poured into the game, and a ton of polish. Like, we're constantly polishing things like the UI and the sound and all that stuff. I've been actually working on VO for Battlegrounds, so that's something we're kind of testing internally right now and seeing if it feels good and does it work well, having an announcer. So you'll see the game just start to kind of flesh out more and more. Elements like the social stuff, you know, the ability to do emotes and connect, and how do you chat, like all that stuff are things that are a part of this first-time user experience that we want to make really great. Like I said, we know this game is a social game. Drop in, drop out is really kind of hinges on the fact that you want to play with your friends and you want to do that quickly, and we need to give you the tools to connect with your friends and share in the experience of playing this game with your friends in a way that really backs that up. So that's our another frontier that we're looking down and looking to improve. Hopefully that helps, and hopefully I don't get in too much trouble sharing too much. Let's see. How do I get access to this game on Android? When is going to be global release? So not Dante, Dounte. Thank you for being here. How do you get access to this game on Android? Right now we're in geo beta, and you can find it on the Android stores if you're in any of these regions: Philippines, Hong Kong, Canada, Singapore, or Indonesia. If you're not in any of those regions, you won't be able to find it in the Google Play App Store. You can, however, join our Discord and look to get involved in the Secret Service, which is our early access program that will allow you to play the game. The main difference between Secret Service and for a game to go live in a region right now essentially means you can't really pay money when you're in the Secret Service. We're not accepting your money. You can't use the shop. It's really kind of our testing pool. And when the game goes live in your region, that's when all of a sudden the shop opens. All the kind of free-to-play stuff, monetization stuff is available to you in the shop. So yeah, those are the main ways you can play right now on Android if you're interested in getting involved. Let's see. I still don't understand what means indicator about rest time. Yeah. So Galih, Galih, rest time is essentially a bonus XP boost. So as you play, you're getting an augmentation to the rewards that you're receiving in a given game session. So whether you play a full match or you play, just for a little bit, you're getting a well-rested or a rested bonus. We're talking about changing that name. Well-rested is sort of a throwback to almost like MMOs who've had similar systems, which is kind of interesting. A game like World of Warcraft has a rested bonus, right? Like if you haven't played for a while or you've been chilling out in an inn, you get a rested bonus to the XP that you earn, and it's sort of similar to that. But we'll probably make it something a bit more intuitive than well rested in terms of changing the name. Maybe one more question. We'll jump into another game here. Can we play across a region? Yeah, right now you can. There's no real way to kind of target that. We're trying to put you in servers that support your performance in the game right now. I think as we look into the future, we'd love for people who say you have friends across the globe and you want to play with them and you're not worried about the performance that you might get. We'd love for you to be able to play with them and make that conscious decision to say, hey, I want to have an experience with my friend, even if that means I'm playing at a higher ping. Those are things we really care about. We don't have the way to do that right now, but I think it is something we'll look at trying to figure out how to solve. Maybe one more question. We'll jump into the game. Will there be guild, clan, tribe system implemented in the future? This is a big one. Millennial Place, thank you for the question. We're passionate about this for sure. Like I said, the social part of this game is something we've really yet to crack. And we've only scratched the surface with the friend system and the party system. So yeah, guilds are a big part of what we want to do. And then we have really fun ideas about guild wars, ways in which guilds can compete against each other and kind of challenge each other. Yeah, hopefully we'll get the opportunity to bring all that to the game, and it's stuff that we really would like to see happen as we invest more in the social side of the game. All right, enough talking. I'm talking so much, guys. Sorry. Let me get back to the gang. All right. You know what? Let me check my loadout. I think I got a new. Okay, that is definitely the right mod for that one. And yeah, we'll use the blue mods. They're more powerful. Yeah, we'll stick with this loadout. I think it's the right thing for this build. Okay. Flag Hunter. We haven't played Flag Hunter. We're going to do it. So Flag Hunter is a mode I've yet to play on this stream. Flag Hunter is again a mix of sort of that PvE element we had in Core Rush and a flag piece that we have in Capture the Flag. So, oh, cool. We're on a new map we haven't seen yet. So the goal here is to seek out flags. Those flags can be acquired in a few ways. One, you can steal them from the other team, people who are carrying flags. Two, you can find them off of juggernauts. Right now I'm headed to the top right here. Actually, the whole blue team's headed up there. To pick up a flag off of this PvE monster. So you take down the juggernaut, which you just saw him. Oh, sorry, boy. We needed your flag. He died. But this man right here, sexy scenery, love the name, is carrying a flag. You can carry more than one flag. So right now, sexy scenery is holding on to one of our flags. Oh, shoot. I got to get out of here. You can carry as many as you want to carry, or you dare to carry, I guess is the better call. As you can see, the flags always show up on the minimap, so the opponents, the enemy team always knows where you are. And the goal is to get 10 flags and then hold on to them for a duration of time. Right now that time is 75 seconds. It used to be 90, we lowered it. Yeah, hold on to the flags, and if you can do that, you will win. So the game doesn't launch with a win state in play, meaning it takes some time for the flags to kind of surface through the juggernauts. There's one in the top left. If you look at the minimap, you can see them. But they also, if you dare, and I'll go try to show you this if I don't die. If you dare, I'm trying to take a tour. I just want to tour your base. As you can see on the left, there's actually juggernauts in the enemy base. And those juggernauts also hold flags. You can see them in our base as well, the blue ones on the far right. They also have flags and defend flags. So if you dare, or if you have a loadout or a build or a squad or friends, and you want to get a leg up really quickly early in the game, you can go push into the enemy base, take out the juggernauts, and grab those flags as well. But it is a little harder to do, because obviously enemy teams respawning, the juggernauts themselves are pretty powerful. It's hard, but you know what? You know who's really a primal that's really good at this mode is Torden as a base rusher. Muerte! The art director. Thank you. Did you see that heal? Thank you for the heal. The great bra. The great bra with the heal. Feel the chain gun. So yeah, we got to get some flags. 4-4. One of the things about holding a flag, though, that you need to be kind of strategery around is you can't change into your primal when you got a flag. Oh, dude, see, they got the health totem down. Ooh, and I can't use my jump. Oh, hammer time. So you can't use your primal when you have a flag. So keep an eye on your primal cooldown. You may want to switch the flag to a friend whose primal cooldown is used or is trying to come back up, so that you can use your primal. So right now I'm at 60. I could probably pick up a couple more primal perks and get my primal off cooldown. I probably don't want to pick up a flag because I could probably be a stronger asset to my team if I use my primal ability when it comes up. And of course, the kind of nuance, the nuance of that communication right now is a little bit challenging without, being on voice chat with your friends. Discord.gg/catalystblack is a really great way to jump into voice communication with people who are playing this game. So if you want to be able to use a tool like that to communicate at that level, please do head over there and utilize the voice chat in Discord. But we understand we need to be able to communicate like that natively in the game. So, but those are the kinds of strategies, the ability to sort of share flags, rotate cooldowns, play in a smart way like that. Oh man, I didn't make my, usually you can sneak roll through here. There we go. Missed it on the first pass. Okay, enemy team is clutch in the middle. They're around that outpost. So this is one of those maps where the outpost is really, really valuable. The one in the middle there. Oh, okay. Time to slay. Plus ultra, dude. All right. Yeah, he knows range in this game. This guy's been playing. He's really good. Okay. Okay, so we're in a victory state, which is great. Good for us. If we can hold, okay, so we just lost it. So you can see there, oh man, my roll. We lost the victory state to the other team. They picked it up. Now they're in a victory state. So the game kind of gets pretty intense once the ability to close the game out is on the map, essentially. So we have 1 minute to find someone with flags. There, we did. So we ended their win state. We're right back to no one is currently in a threat to finish the game at the moment. We have to go get some more flags. Plus ultra. Feels good. Okay, so he dropped his flags to change into his primal. But that was pretty smart because we couldn't hold on to them. Because of course, you can't, it's hard to juke when you use your roll. Yeah, so right now we're in this sort of tug of war. Who's going to hold on to flags? Who's going to win? Situation. I believe in the blue team. Everyone's the blue team, by the way. Everyone's the blue team. Oh, yes, I'll take your flags. That username, though. Okay. So the big question here, okay, I was gonna say the big question here is, do I risk putting myself in danger? Oh, I am in danger by trying to find more flags, or do I play defensively? I should have played more defensively, because now the enemy team, they clutch the victory. Okay. It's probably not worth killing this dude. Because we need to focus on killing the enemy team. It's hard. Knock is powerful. Alright, so this guy's... Oh, Lumi's only got one flag. Doesn't really help us much. I think we're going to be in a world of pain here. Okay, I think we lost this one, friends. But losing doesn't mean you don't grow. That's one of the cool things about Catalyst Black. You still get all the score, the bonus, the XP, the things that you earned in your game, which is really rad. Winning does give you more. It does give you a multiplier to the score or the bonus that you have from the XP gain that you get in your game. So it is great to win and worth winning, but we're still going to reward you. You're still going to grow. Your gear's going to level. All that stuff is really good. Okay, let me turn my attention back to any other questions. Do you plan to add shared vision in bushes? You know, vision around bushes and exactly how that plays out is something we're constantly evaluating. You know, obviously when you're in primal form, you should always be visible. There's some elements around nuances with bushes and vision that we would like to change. Pisto, Pistou, thank you for your question. Will there be lore for Catalyst Black? GG man, G. I love the world of Catalyst Black. Oh, I'm in the wrong thing again, dudes. Sorry. It's hard to juggle all this. I'll get better, I promise. Will there be lore for Catalyst Black? Yes, we have little hints and tidbits of lore in the game right now across the weapons and across the primals and stuff like that. So if you read through descriptions, you'll see some connective tissue. But we haven't really hit you over the head with a hammer with it in the game at the moment. We're working really hard internally to ensure that the game has sort of the connective tissue that is a really great foundation to continue to invest and build in this world. But we know not everyone wants that in their multiplayer games, right? Like people don't expect it or need it. We do want the gear that you get and that you earn to feel special, and like that it's meaningful and grounded in this world, and that it comes from a place and it was made by a person and has that sort of attention to detail and care. And so we're working hard to ensure that that is there without, you know, overly hammering you with that stuff. Though I would love to dive full deep into all that. We've put a lot of energy into ensuring that there's a good foundation here for a world that we care about and want to defend and fight for and invest in and all that stuff. So let's see a couple of the questions here, and then we'll maybe get one more game in. I heard you can only get things, this is a question from Mike. I heard you can only get things like mods or weapons through RNG, which makes me hesitant to try this game. Is this true, or are there plans to implement some sort of direct buy option? Mike, thank you for the question and the feedback. You know, we still are talking about that. So let us know. Do we need to have a direct buy option in this game? Right now, your ability to get gear or weapons, increase your loadout, your options with your loadout, come through using and working through the shop. The essential shop, the rotating shop, using chests and boosts, right? So yes, this essential shop or this rotating shop is a little bit like waiting for your opportunity to come up, right? Like to get the item or the weapon that you want, whether you're using premium currency, whether you're using quint to buy these items as well, or shards for mods, things like that. So there is an element of that, waiting for the shop to surface the gear that you want. But we have been discussing an option that we might make available, which is to allow you to purchase the gear you want outright. Maybe there's a little increase in cost, something like that. But yeah, those are things that we are discussing. So let us know. Do we need it? I'm taking that as a yes when I look at your question here. Will we have a team? This is a question from Ito Puentes. Will we have a deathmatch mode or King of the Hill? Great mode questions. We love the idea of testing all kinds of modes in this game. So I think that's pretty likely that we'll test those modes out at some point. We don't currently and haven't currently been working on those modes. We're working on things like war mode, first time user experience, some of the social stuff that we've been talking about. That's really high on our priority list right now, as well as just the infrastructure and functionality of the game. You saw we had one crash in the stream so far. We got to figure out what's going on there. But that's our main focus. Other modes will come down the road. I think modes in general, the ability to try a bunch of different things, what works well with this game, how do people want to play, is something you can expect down the road. Maybe not a battle royale, but maybe I'm wrong. Should we do a battle royale? Let's see, a couple more here. Can I raffle stasis? Rainier. Unfortunately, I don't have the power. They keep those tools away from me. I don't have the power to raffle stasis. That's the only item you're missing, dude. Congrats. That's massive, man. Wow, you've been working hard to build your loadout there. Will there be a ranked system? Question from Raff_29. Ranked systems and competitive play is something that it's obviously in our DNA. We love competitive play, given our background and history with Vainglory. Right now, we've been working hard to ensure the foundation of Catalyst Black is built around the ability to get into games quickly, to play with your friends easily, and to have that immediate immersion into fun, socialized gameplay. So we've been focused heavy on that. We do know that there's a community that wants to push the boundaries and the limits of what this game allows you to do in terms of your loadout, your build, your team synergy, all of that. Some of those smaller maps and that we've put into the game modes, or that we've put into the game mode selection, is a little bit of our attempt to kind of scratch at the surface of like, would this be viable? Like if we put you in a tight space and we force you to think smarter about how your team's synergizing and your loadout, all that stuff, we're testing those grounds. We want to know, and obviously your feedback, the community's feedback about that is going to be big for us. But right now, like I said, we're worried on making sure the game is super approachable, easy to get into, lives up to this drop in, drop out, socialized experience, built to get into quickly. And then we'll probably move on from there and dig into some of that stuff soon. Let's see. Do you get an achievement for having all items completed? We should look at achievements are another thing we talk a lot about internally. Give you stuff to chase and help give you the credit for the investment in the game that you've been pouring into. So thank you for the feedback in the note there for sure. Do all the mods apply at the same time? This is a question from the Whiskey Violinist. Love the name. Or do you have to choose just one? So you choose, let's go back to the game screen here. You choose one mod per gear type. So right now we're looking at my primary weapon and I've chosen this blue rare Catalyte mod that's got traits running gun, jury rigged, agile, but I could easily switch that over to this uncommon plus Catalyte mod, which means it's uncommon because the lowest quality of trait in that mod is green, but it's plus because it's got 2 blue traits, meaning those traits are really high value beyond just being a green. So it's a little better than just a straight green mod like you can see here. But you can only have 1 mod per item equipped. So primary, heavy, you can see I have a lot more mods here for Finley, and 1 mod here for my leap attack, 2 here for trinket. But so you get 1 mod per gear item. And even over here on primals, these traits are all primal focused, and then you can see my mods down the right. So you get to choose which bonuses you want and how you want to lean into the build that you're trying to accomplish. So there's a lot of opportunity to really focus your build. In fact, we've played against some folks who've made some very powerful builds, whether that's focusing on movement speed, focusing on, you know, heavy weapon ammo. There's a lot of ways you can kind of pursue making your loadout super overpowered. And we'll probably have to rein some of that in. We'll see. One more question. We'll get one more game in, guys. Thank you again to everyone who's tuned in. Pretty rad to see all you guys here. Will there be any melee weapons? This question from Edemson Navales. Will there be any melee weapons, or is this only a shooting game? We want to add as many weapons as makes sense for this game. And we think this game is one where the diversity of your loadout selection, the playstyle that you would like to choose, is really important. So we approach a question like that from a variety of ways. Is there a playstyle that is missing from this game? If so, you know, is that this close combat melee feel, super tanky kind of thing, right? I could see us moving down that road. You know, what other weapons are really fun to use? We do have other weapon types in the works, and we're working on those things. And you'll see some of that stuff come into the game. Gear and your loadout, your ability to chase gear and have diversity in your loadout selection. Those are all things that are really core to the kind of collector part of this game. So yeah, you can expect us to see a wide variety of weapons come into the game. We're not making any commitments on if melee is a part of that, but we do talk about it. So thank you for the question, and thanks for being here. All right, let's get one more game in, guys, and then I'll probably have to wrap it. Oh man, I've been streaming for a while. It's too fun. You guys are awesome. Thanks for being here. We'll get one more. What game mode should we play? I'm gonna look at the actual chat here, the actual flowing chat. What game mode? I'm looking to you guys, chat. What do you want to see? We got Capture the Flag, Flag Hunter, or Core Rush. All right. Seeing some Capture the Flag. Okay. Actually, I'm seeing a little bit of everything. Let's do CTF. Well, that was the first mode we played. Let's try it again. We're gonna jump into CTF. Actually, maybe we should we drop in? We risk maybe getting into an older game. Let's start a fresh one. Hopefully, we'll see. Capture the Flag. All right, 2-0. So we joined a game that's been in motion a bit. Okay, I gotta get my defense on, dude. Did you see how Longer Doodle had that huge health buff going on? So that's one of the cool things with CTF. If you pick up the flag, you will immediately get a speed buff and a health buff. That will make you stronger for a short duration. So it helps you kind of get out of the base and get back onto the playing field. So I sometimes lean into that pretty heavily. Like, you can take some risks getting into the base in order to get a hold of the flag, because your ability to get out of a dangerous situation is heavily improved the second you pick up the flag, at least for a short time. Ooh, pentakill. So pentakills are really cool in this game. Penta, Deca, Mega kills, which is 15, and then Omega kills are buffs that you can receive. If you get a pentakill, you get increased health, movement speed, and damage. It's actually a pretty rad buff. So we need to kind of keep an eye out for this character who has the pentakill buff. And you actually are rewarded for taking them out. So if I can find them and kill them, I'll get a huge point boost for shutting them down, essentially. But it's risky, right? You might not want to go it alone. I got my friend Boomies here. Maybe Boomies and I can go on the hunt for the Pentakiller. But they got our flag. They're gonna have to come up through this alley here. No knock November. Rocking it out. The Pentacle buff, or these what we call divine blessing buffs as well, are really cool because they don't just benefit the player who has them. You can see them, they have a green halo over their head when they're running the buff. It also benefits the people who are around them in like a radius around them. So, you know, if you want to be stronger, protect the president kind of thing, right? Like you got your Pentakill. It's almost like the current expression of a carry in this game is someone who managed to acquire a Pentakill. You can gather around them, work together as a team, maybe as a small squad in the game as well. All right, we got my man Jason here. He's using up all his heavy ammo. Oh, I'm getting cornered though. Okay. Yeah. I see you. I see you, Mel. I like that we're starting to see these guilds crop up in the game. You can see them with the AEP or the Hive. It's kind of fun. Just that stuff's all coming out of the Discord, by the way. Discord.gg/CatalystBlack. Fun community there. They shout out to all the mods who are working really hard on that. JP, Celia, all your hard work. We've got a really rad gear sort of loadout bot in the Discord right now as well. Oh, get me out of here. Called Quartermaster. So if you want to share builds or share loadouts, you can do that in the Discord as well. Ah, why you gotta come out to me? Okay, I think I'm gonna go defense. Don't tell anyone. Got Sunder almost up. It's looking good for strong defensive play. Oh, there's a Primal. I was gonna jump. Okay. Alright, someone's over here in the base. I saw it. Why you do that? At least I got my points. She's playing easy on me. That's one of our really geared players. I feel sometimes when I'm playing with you guys, I feel like you're like a cat, you know, like a yarn ball. You're like, ooh, cloaking. Oh, you guys are too good. Delaney as well. Good job. Bring it home, my friend. I gotta go support this man's. Oh, nice. Okay, so both flags are on the field right now. You can see the red flag is out of the red base. Actually, we're about to recover. No. I wanted to get in there, but that's a death. That's a death wish with Isia. Isia is, she's like playing around with it at her feet. Okay. What I was going to say, though, is if both flags are on the field, just like traditional other capture the flag modes you can see in other games, you have to recover your flag first before you can score. So this is where having like a little defense group or an recovery group kind of go into play is really good. Man, y'all got that on lock over there. 2-2. Ah. Borson was not strong enough to give me the victory there, but it was a tie. Ties aren't that fun, though. Okay, so yeah, I got to take some of his life out on that exchange with the Primal, but he's just so powerful. So probably should just steer clear of those, fire from the outside, get their get primals watching or paying attention to someone else while you shoot them is a tricky balance. Like, where do you engage? Where do you run when someone's in primal form? We do want those moments to feel really great for the player, but without being too overpowered. Jump pads are actually, by the way, they're actually a really great way to defend against primal. So hanging around a jump pad is good primal defense. I didn't pull it off that time, but if I could have hit the jump pad, there's no way Nock would have been able to chase me because they can't take jump pads. So that's a good way to kind of mess around with primal defense while being aggressive with them. Oh, too many Issues everywhere. Oh, I rolled into it. I was expecting him to go that way. We lost. GG. GG, my friends. GG, my chosen. Thank you so much for joining us here on this live stream. And congratulations to the team at Super Evil Megagort for hitting GeoBeta. You guys are awesome. I know you all have been working incredibly hard. This is a big landmark for us as a development team, and really excited to get all these new players in. Like I said, we have so much to learn on this journey, and you guys are helping us. Thank you for your feedback. If you are new to the game, you get access in your region, you're playing, please do head over to our Discord, discord.gg/catalystblack. We have a whole system for submitting feedback. We pay a great deal of attention to all of that. We talk about it every week. We look at it all the time. So please do join us. Send us your feedback. Let us know what you think of the game, how we can improve it, and what you love and what you don't like. That would be really great. Congratulations to all. I will be seeing you guys in game. I need to be playing more. We've been just working so hard. As you can see, I got to get these 15 wins. If I still don't have these 15 wins by the next live stream, you guys can, I don't know, I'll do something. I'll do something on camera that will humiliate me. I'm going to get these 15 wins. Thanks again for being here, guys. I should probably check my notes, make sure there's nothing else I'm missing from the team before I sign off. I think we're good here. Shout out to you all. We'll see you in the next live stream. Feel free to follow us here on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, of course. We'll be streaming more. I'd love to see you in game. We'll have more guests next time. It won't just be lonely old me. We'll get some more people involved. But yeah, thanks for being here with us. And yeah, we'll see you in game. We'll see you around. Talk to you soon. You thought I forgot, didn't you? You thought I forgot? Never settle for the lesser evil.